My Lords, I was depressed by the remarks of the noble Lord the Minister, but actually I've been depressed almost further into almost silence by the astonishing remarks of the noble Baroness Lady Pigeon. I mean, the complacency that both of them show on these two really important issues is absolutely staggering. Since we last debated this, there has been an appalling crash at Victoria bus station. What is going to change? Nothing is going to change. We're going to have a road safety strategy that is going to encompass all modes of transport by road, including foot, bicycle, and whatever. That's a good thing. We should have that. What's actually needed on buses is changes in operator mentality and practice. And we see no sign of those happening. And they're not going to emerge from a strategy. They're going to emerge only if the government says, this is our objective and we are going to make this happen. And that is what the noble Lord the Minister is not saying. And I'm sorry that the noble Baroness Lady Pigeon didn't hear him not saying it clearly enough. And as for my noble friend, Lord Moynihan, and all this nonsense about what was discussed when and whether, the fact is none of that matters. What matters is what my noble friend Lady Owens said, which is the actual experience, particularly of women and girls, travelling on buses, and they do not feel safe. And the government again comes forward with astonishing complacency about this, saying it's already being done and there's nothing to be added to it all. It really isn't good enough. If both the noble Lord Hampton and my noble friend Lord Moynihan choose to divide the House on these matters, and it's their choice, and I would make that point very clearly to the noble Lord Snape, that the noble Lord Moynihan, whom I have known for what must be nearly 50 years now, and has never actually been my glove puppet during all of that time, if the noble Lord Moynihan or the noble Lord Hampton wish to divide the House, then we will support them because we think these issues are very, very important. Finally, as far as dark influence is concerned within the Labour Party, I think it is astonishing to the noble Lord that the noble Lord Snape should make his naive remarks on the day on which Mr. Paul Holden's book Fraud is published, a tract dedicated to exposing the conspiracy behind the Starmer government and the unfunded, the undeclared funding and the actions of Mr. Morgan McSweeney in destroying Jeremy Corbyn and inserting Sir Keir Starmer as his substitute as leader of the Labour Party. I realise that noble Lord Snape is a byword for naive credulity amongst his colleagues, but I suggest that he should get hold of a copy of that book published today and sit down perhaps this evening with, I suggest, a stiff whiskey by his hand so that he can prepare to anaesthetise himself for the shocks that are going to be revealed to him. And then he will realise what nonsense it was that he said just now in his remarks about my noble friend's amendment.